Jack, I know you have questions, man, but you're going to have to pay attention to what I'm teaching today, okay? I'll answer those two questions, but then you got to follow my lead today, okay? Offender means a person who caused an offense. So the offender means somebody who did something wrong. Guilty can be a adjective or it can be a noun. The guilty person is an adjective. He's guilty is an adjective, but the guilty could also be a noun, meaning the guilty person or guilty people. Or it should be plural, I would. Well, no, I guess it could be singular too. Household means the house that you hold, meaning your home. Okay, so one household, many households. Okay. Hello, everyone. Good morning. No, today I'm going to teach you, Jack. I have a lot of notes that I want to go over about some vocabulary words. Okay? Some tricks for learning vocabulary words. Okay? Hello, Hossein. We're going to wait for a few minutes until people show up. Hello, Tran. I'm okay. Kind of not in a great mood, but I'm okay. Yeah, I change my hair sometimes. Hello, Crystal. Thank you. So, yeah, we're going to get started in just a few minutes here, everybody. But today's English origins vocabulary tips. So, today is a class where I'm going to be teaching you. All right. So, if you have other questions, you're going to have to wait. Okay. Today, you have to listen to me and follow me. Okay. I was up late last night taking a lot of notes for today's live stream about a lot of words. Okay? Hello, Ahmad. And as soon as everybody shows up here, I will get started. If you don't know who I am, hello, my name is Teacher Mark. I'm a live streamer here. Ah, thank you, Crystal. Yeah, I love etymology. I've been studying it for a long time. Hopefully, I'll have some good tips and good stories for you today about it. That's right. Rule number 1 is listen and be patient. That's right, Jack. Hello, 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 everyone. Good evening to you in Japan. It's 9:29 a.m. here. Since we're talking about morning, do you guys know where the word morning comes from? Tran, well, if you're a beginner, today's class might be a little bit difficult for you, but follow me and go to my YouTube channel and you'll find lots and lots of videos that can help you there, okay? You love me. Well, I love me too. All right, well, we may as well get started here. I was hoping for a few more people, but hopefully they'll show up soon. So, what we're going to talk about today is called etymology. Etymology. And what is etymology? It means the history of where words come from and how they have changed over time. So, for example, the word morning, good morning. Good morning comes from German. Guten Morgen means good morning in German. And the word morning comes from the word morn, M-O-R-N, which means the first part of the day or the morning. And it comes from the German word morgen. So, there's one to start off your day. Well, to start off my day. So, yeah. So, yeah, well, this should be a good class today. Then. All right. So we'll get started. So let's start with a fun word. We're going to start with the word idiot. Idiot. Do you know what an idiot is? What's an idiot? An idiot is a stupid person. That's right. A moron. That's right. Those are synonyms. But the word idiot actually has an interesting etymology. The word idiot, let me pull it up here. It comes from Greek. So right now, the word means a stupid person, right? An idiot is a stupid person. But originally, in Latin, the word idiota meant an ordinary person or a layman or an outsider or an uneducated or ignorant person. And that comes from the Greek word idiotes, which meant a person who didn't take part in public affairs. So what this means, the word idiot originally comes from the Greek world where if you didn't participate in public affairs, like if you didn't vote and you didn't try to participate in government affairs and laws being passed and pay attention to the government, you were an idiot, which is kind of true still to this day. So the word idiot comes from the Greek word meaning a person who doesn't pay attention to the government and the things that they're doing. But it's also related to the word idiom. It's kind of funny. The word idiom, we know what idioms are, right? Kill two birds with one stone, right? An idiom comes from the Greek word idioma, meaning a peculiar phraseology or a peculiarity. So basically, an idiom is a particular way of saying something that one person would say. So that's where we get the word idiom from. It's like one person might have a particular way of saying something that was an idiom, okay? Because idioms are all invented by somebody at some place, right? They don't just, it's not a group activity where people get together and decide to make them. Somebody says something. You know, there was one person who was the first person to say, kill two birds with one stone, and that created the idiom. No, they're not a rebel. No, an idiot means a person who doesn't participate in the government. In Greek society, participating in the affairs of the government was really, really important. Yeah, that's right. If you had no interest in politics, you were considered an idiot. I kind of agree still to this day. Because if you don't participate in politics, then you're doomed to be ruled by fools. So, or the greedy, as we have today. So, the word idiot comes from the Greek word meaning a person who's not interested in politics. They don't pay attention to laws. They don't pay attention to government. They don't pay attention to politics. That's an idiot. But the word idiom, it's related, actually. It has a meaning of a peculiar way of being, a peculiar way of saying something. Okay? So I thought that was kind of interesting, the word idiot and idiom being related. Right? So let's go to the next one that I thought was interesting. What about the word integrity? What does integrity mean? Integrity. What does integrity mean? Kind of like honesty, yeah. To do something with integrity means to do something with honor. Something like that, right? But the word integrity, it comes from the Latin word integritatem. Integritatem. Yeah, sorry, I couldn't pronounce it right. Integritatem. And what that means is wholeness or completeness, like purity. Purity. Okay? Integrity comes from a word meaning like purity, but it's actually related to the word integer. Integer. What is an integer? Anyone? Bueller? 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 Hello? All right. Well, an integer means a number. Okay? And a whole number. A whole number is an integer. And it comes from the Latin word meaning whole. So to do something with integrity means to do something with purity and wholeness, right? Wholesomeness. Just like the word integer means a whole number. Okay? It literally means untouched. In means not, and tangere means to touch. And yeah, so it means whole something. Okay? Integrity and integer are related in that way. Okay? Those are two simple ones I wanted to start off with, but there's now we're going to get into something a little bit more, a little bit more interesting, I think. Let's talk about the word awake. Awake or wake or waken. Yeah, what does awake mean? Yeah, you're up. Right. So the word awake, though, it comes from the Latin word veg. Actually, it might be a Proto-Indo-European word. Let me check. I can't remember. It was late at night when I wrote all this. Old English, sorry, not Latin. Old English. So the word, it comes from the, Proto-Germanic word veg, which means lively. Lively, okay? So awake comes from a word that means to be lively, to, have energy, to be lively, right? So there are a bunch of words that are related to the word awake that are kind of interesting. Hello, Isabella. So, for example, the word watch is related to the word awake. Miriam, you can use the same app that I use. It's called etomonline.com. That's the app that I use to find the origins and meanings. Okay? That's what I'm using right now. All right? So, the word awake comes from the Old English word veg, which means to be awake, to remain awake, to watch. Okay? So the word watch, you can't watch something if you're asleep, right? You can't watch something if you're asleep. So the word watch is related to the word awake. And what about the word wait? Wait is also related. To wait, when you wait, you're standing there, you're waiting, right? The old word wait actually meant to watch guard, right? So if somebody said wait here, it actually meant to stay here and watch. Okay, so the word awake and wake and waken come from the word to be lively. And to watch, you can't watch if you're not lively. You have to watch carefully and with energy, right? You can't fall asleep. The word wait used to mean to stand there and not fall asleep and watch, okay? And what about the word vigilant? Vigilant. Miriam, I can't type things into YouTube. I only have my, I hate this thing. Yeah, Miriam, I can't type it into YouTube. It's Etymmonline. Etym, Etym, online. Okay? To be vigilant. Yeah, to be vigilant means to be aware. Right. Vigilantly awake. So again, to be vigilant comes from the word meaning to be awake. You can't be vigilant if you're not awake. Right? What about the word vigilante? Vigilante. What is a vigilante? Yes, that's it, Miriam. What is a vigilante? Well, kind of, but it has a different meaning in English now. Vigilante, like vigilante justice, is when you don't wait for the law, you don't have the police do something for you, you take it into your own hands. So vigilante justice means that you try to find the guy who did the bad thing and you make him pay for it. That's vigilante justice. And this word actually comes from a long time ago, around the 1850s, when they had watchmen. The watchmen were groups of people. They were like informal groups of people who kept order by watching, like night watchmen. Okay. And if they caught you doing something, then they would, beat you up or something. So again, the word vigilant and vigilante comes from the idea of being watchmen. You watch for the bad guys and you take them out yourself. Okay? So the word awake is related to the word watch, is related to the word wait, is related to the word vigilant, is related to the word vigilante. All of these have something to do with watching or being awake to watch. Okay? What about the word vigor? Hello, Frank. Yes, I do know about your city. Thank you for joining my YouTube channel. I'm teaching a class right now about etymology. What does vigor mean? Vigor. V-I-G-O-R. Vigor. Well, yeah, it means good health. But again, vigor comes from the original word meaning to be lively, to have energy. To be lively and have energy. And actually, the word vegetable is also related. This one is kind of funny. Vegetable comes from the word that it means capable of life or growth or to be vigorous. So vegetables were plants that could grow vigorously. Okay? So yeah, the word awake and wake and waken all come from the original meaning of the word to be lively. And then the word watch also is related. To watch something, you have to be lively, right? You have to pay attention. Wait, the word wait also is related. Because when you waited, you were watching, right? And vigor, to be vigorous, means to do something with lively action. Vigilant, to pay attention, to be lively and watch. Vigilante, were groups of people or a person who is a watchman. Okay? What about the word vigil? What about the word vigil? V-I-G-I-L. Do you guys know that word? Hello, Nicholas. Hello, Ahad. A vigil. A vigil is it's to have a vigil is to stay up late for something. Usually it's a religious purpose or some kind of like a tribute to someone maybe who passed away. Okay, it's a vigil. And again, vigil comes from the word meaning to be awake, to be lively. So you stay awake at night and keep watch. Okay? Again, all related. How about the word velocity? Velocity. Hello, Shraddha. Hello, Jasmine. And yes, Frank, I see you there. And yes, I know about Lima. Velocity means, yeah, the speed you move. But again, it's related to this word veg, which means liveliness, quickness, speed. Okay? So, again, the word velocity is related to the word wait, which is related to the word watch, which is related to the word vigil, which is related to the word vigilant, which is related to the word vigilante, which is related to the word vegetable. They all have some kind of a meaning of being lively, right? You can't have speed if you're not lively. You can't have a vigil if you're not awake and lively. You can't be vigilant if you're not lively. You can't watch if you're not lively. You can't wait if you're not lively. Okay? And the last one is kind of the most interesting one. Surveillance. Surveillance. What is surveillance? Thank you. Hello, Kara. Surveillance. What is surveillance? Yeah, to keep watch on something, to be on high alert. Again, coming from the word meaning to be lively, to be awake, right? So the word sur means over, and vigilare meaning to be watchful. So surveillance means to watch over something, and to be lively and watch over something. Don't fall asleep. You have to be awake. Okay, so again, all of these words are related. The original root word, W-E-G, veg, means lively. Okay, lively, with energy. Okay, so the word awake, wake, and waken mean to get up and be lively. The word vegetable means a plant that has liveliness, vigor. Okay, it grows vigorously. Surveillance, sur meaning over, and valence meaning to watch. Okay? Velocity, to move with speed, or what speed you move. You have to do that with quickness, with liveliness. Vigil. A vigil is a time when you're watching at night. You're staying up to watch something. You're vigilantly watching. Okay? Vigilant, to watch carefully with liveliness. Vigilante, watchman. Vigor, to do something with liveliness, to have liveliness. Wait, the word wait originally meant to watch, to stand and watch something. Okay, and then finally the word watch. I look more Joven, I guess it's called. Hello, Gunter, good to see you. Anna, if you don't speak English, then this class will be too hard for you. And I'm teaching a class right now, everybody. Are you in my class? If you're in my class, then you should be listening and pay attention to me. Okay? Velocity is similar to speed, Nicholas. It's not exactly the same thing, but it's similar to. That's right. Using your eyes to have a long time for something. That's right. To wait. Right. Ah, it's Spanish for young. Yeah, but I think that I remember there's another meaning for that too. One moment. Oh, well, no, okay. So there's a Roman god, Jove, Jove, and in Latin they called him Iovis, and it meant to shine. So that could be even where that word comes from. Okay, so those are the words that are related to the word lively. Those are the words that are related to the word lively. Hello, Michelle. Michelle, hello. Hello, love. Thank you, Molly. Okay, now we're going to get on to another one of my favorite ones, just a very short one. What is an engine? I've talked about this one before, but I love to tell this story. What is an engine? What is an engine? Yeah, so the original meaning of the word engine means a mechanical device. A mechanical device is the word engine. Okay, now when we talk about engine, we talk about the car, right? We're usually talking about a car engine or a plane engine, right? But the word engine originally means just a mechanical device. And so I want to ask you a question. What were the first mechanical devices that became very popular? Big ones, big mechanical devices that became popular. I'll tell you about engineering in just a minute. We have to start with the word engine. You'll know as soon as I tell you about what engine means, then you'll know. Before steam machines. Before steam machines. Before trains. What were the first engines? The first big mechanical devices? No, not clocks. I'll give you a hint. Think about war. Think about war. Before guns. So let's take it back to, let's say 2,000 years ago. Before cannons. But you're getting closer. You're getting closer with cannons. So the word engine originally comes from a word that means a clever mechanical device that was used to help win a war, win a battle. So, for example, do you guys know what a battering ram is? A battering ram? If you had a big castle, there's a big castle and you have a big door. How did they get into the door? How did they get into the door? If they have a big, big castle door, how do you get in? No, you don't have the key. You're fighting to get in. You're trying to get in to win. A big wood, that's called a battering ram. A battering ram. You broke the gate with a battering ram. It was like a big tree, and you would hold it, right? A bunch of people would hold it and run together to ram into the door, right? That is called a battering ram. That is the first engine. And what it means is the word engine comes from the word meaning to be clever. To be clever. To be kind of smart about something. So the first time they saw a battering ram on the battlefield, they said, wow, look at that. That's clever. Okay? And in French, the word engine means cleverness or skill or wit. Okay? So catapults, that's the thing that shoots rocks. Right? They would put a rock here and they would shoot the rocks. That's an engine. Battering ram, to ram the door down, that's an engine. Okay? That's right, like the word genius. So the word genius is related to the word engine because an engine was a clever machine that was built to fight a battle. And whoever had the more clever machine would win. If you had more clever machines for war, then you won. And engineers were the people who built the war machines. They built the battering rams. They built the catapults. They designed those things. Okay, so the word engine, that's right, catapults and battering rams, all of those early things that we use to win battles in war, those were called war engines. And they come from the idea of it being clever. Ooh, wow, look at what they built. Look what they built to win the battle. Okay? So that's where the word engine comes from. An engineer is a person who builds those machines. Okay, they build catapults, they build battering rams, they come up with new ideas of how can we cleverly win this battle. Okay, so it was like technology that would help you win. That was an engine. Okay. Let's see. Yes, engine. Hello, Kara. Yeah. 对. Okay, so engine comes from the word clever, because to make one of those things was very clever. It was ingenious. Okay, it was genius, ingenious. Engine is the French word. Yeah, Gunter, it is a pity, but that's where we get that word from. Was to win a battle you had to be clever, and so building machines like that was more clever, and whoever had the most clever machine would win. Okay? I always thought that one was kind of interesting. Okay? Thank you, Islam. Hello, Miguel. Good to see you. I'm okay. A little tired, but I'm okay. Okay, now I want to help you learn a lot of words very quickly. Okay? So now I'm going to teach you about all the words that are related by one moment. By the suffix ETTE. Hello, Tanya. ETTE words. Take care, Gunter. And by the way, Gunter, thank you for your recommendation. I appreciate it very much. So, there are many, many ETTE words in English. ETTE. So, for example, What is this thing that you smoke? The little white thing that you smoke. What is that called? That's called a cigarette. Cigarette, right? But what about the big fat brown one that they smoke? What's the big fat brown one? It's called a cigar. A cigar. So the big fat brown one is called a cigar, and the small one is called a cigarette. And the reason why is because E-T-T-E comes from French. Okay? Words that end with E-T-T-E come from French. It's a word that means something smaller, something more diminutive. It's the feminine form of things because girls are usually more small or smaller than men are. Okay? So, cigarette is the small one, cigar is the big one. And there are many English words that have E-T-T-E on the end of them. So, for example, dinette. I'll get to those in just a few minutes. Let me go down my list. Let's start with dinette. What is a dinette? It's not very commonly used anymore, but it's still used occasionally. A dinette means a small room for eating. To dine means to eat, to have dinner. Okay? And so a small area or room for eating is called a dinette. Okay? Cassette. What about cassette? Is every word that comes from this a diminutive word? Yes, it does. So dinette means a small area. Yeah, almost all of them have some meaning smaller or feminine somehow. Cassette. What is a cassette? Well, let me ask you this. What is a case? What is a case? C-A-S-E, case. What is a case? A case is like a box. Right, Michelle. It's like a box, right? So a cassette means a small box. Because this is a small box. Okay, so we have video cassettes and audio cassettes. This is an audio cassette. It's a small box. Okay, a video cassette is a bigger box, right? It's a little bit bigger, but it's the same kind of thing. It's a small box. So case means a box. Cassette means a small box. Okay? What about the word diskette? We don't use this one too much anymore, but if you're older and you had a computer, then you know what a diskette is. I am old-fashioned. I have many cassettes. Yeah, a small disc. A diskette means a small disc. Okay? That's right. A floppy disk. Disc. The word disc comes from the word diskette. Okay? And here's a fun one. What about this word? Dude. What is a dude? Dude, man. Like a guy. That's right, a dude. So we also have the word dudette. There's dude and dudette. Dudette means the female form of dude. This is my dudette. Means my friend, female friend. Okay? So we have dude and dudette. All right? How about kitchenette? Kitchenette. What is a kitchenette? A small kitchen. That's exactly right. A small kitchen is a kitchenette. So maybe you have an apartment, but it's a small apartment. So they don't have a full kitchen. It's not very big. It's a small area. We call that a kitchenette. Okay? A kitchenette means a small kitchen. All right? How about this one? Luncheonette. Yes, any word with the suffix ette means something smaller or female. Like dudette is the female form, right? Luncheonette. What is a luncheonette? It's not a mini lunchbox, no. It means a small, like a cafe or small restaurant for eating lunch. Okay, that's a small restaurant for eating lunch is called a luncheonette. Okay? And since somebody mentioned it before, where's the one? Marionette. What is a marionette? What is a marionette? That's right. It's a small doll that's controlled by strings, right? This word actually means Mary, the word Mary, because the first ones it was a doll named Mary, and you controlled it with the strings. So it was a marionette. Okay, the name Mary, marionette. Okay? How about the word statuette? Statuette. Carlos, those aren't English, though, my friend. You're right. Those are words that do have meaning, but they're not English words. I'm only using the ette words that come in English, okay? Statuette. It's a small statue. A small statue is a statuette. Okay? That's right, Safe. A small statue is a statuette. All right? Some terms of endearment add ETT. Right, like dudette. That's a term of endearment. That's right. Yeah. And that's right. It's the same in French because it comes from French. ETTE words all come from French. Okay? How about this one? Towelette. Towelette. What is a towelette? Yes, ETTE means something smaller. It's a small towel. That's right, a small towel. So maybe when you go to a restaurant, sometimes they give you a small wet towel, like a little tiny paper wet towel. That's called a towelette. Right? Maybe your hands are very dirty. They give you a small little wet towel. That's a towelette. Okay? Well, since you mentioned it, I'll do that one next. One moment. So the word silhouette. Silhouette. Let's talk about silhouette. What is a silhouette? Hello, Belen. What is a silhouette? Yeah, it's the shape of something, like the drawn shape of something, right? If you draw the shape of something, it's the silhouette of something, right? But this one actually has an interesting original meaning. This one comes from 1798. Let's see. In 1759, there was a French minister of finance named Etienne de Silhouette. The guy's name was Etienne de Silhouette, okay? And basically, they used to paint their shape as a cheap way of doing a portrait, all right? So it was a profile, that's right. So put it this way, it's actually kind of funny. To paint somebody's portrait, if you want to paint a portrait, that takes a long time and it's expensive, right? To do a full portrait of somebody, to paint exactly what you look like, that was expensive. But to paint your silhouette was very cheap, right? Right? To just do your silhouette was very cheap. So the word silhouette actually is a word that they were making fun of this French minister of finance because all of his ideas, he was so cheap. He was so cheap, this guy. He didn't want you to, he didn't want to pay for anything. He didn't want to buy anything for the French government. So he didn't want to buy portraits. He didn't want to pay for painting a portrait. He would only paint for the silhouette. So the word silhouette it comes from this guy, Etienne de Silhouette, who was the minister of finance. And he was cheap. He didn't want to pay for a painting. So he would only pay for a silhouette. Yeah, stingy. That's right. Okay? So the silhouette portraits, they came into fashion when Silhouette was minister. And it was because he was just a cheap guy. He was cheap. He didn't want to pay for paintings, portraits. All right? How about this word? Briquette. What is a briquette? What is a briquette? Anyone? It's a small brick. That's right. It's coal. When we use the word briquette, we're usually talking about coal or pieces of charcoal for making a fire. Okay? So a brick is a big one, usually for making a building, right? A brick of something. It's like a rectangular shape or square shape building material, right? That's a brick. A briquette is a small one, the same shape. Okay? And again, it is for fire, usually. We use them charcoal briquettes, means small little bricks for fire. Those are briquettes. Okay? How about this word? Brunette. I beat you to it, Mustafa. A brown-haired girl. That's right. So E-T-T-E in this case doesn't mean smaller. It just means female. Okay? So brun is the word brown. Brunette means a girl with brown hair. Okay? Not black, brown. Okay? And how about this word? Bachelorette. I think I spelled that right. Yeah. What is a bachelorette? Not a small bachelor, no. A bachelor, what is a bachelor? A bachelor means a young man. So a bachelorette means a young woman. That's right, a bachelor for woman. That's right. So bachelor, bachelorette. Dude, dudette. Okay? Carlos, again, those are not English words, Carlos. We're talking about English. Those are not English. Okay? There are many, many words that have ETTE in French that do not come into English. Okay? So let's stick with only the English words. I'm teaching only the English words here today. Okay? What about barrette? Mustafa's got one barrette. What is a barrette? Yeah, so a bar just means a piece of something that's long like this, right? So a barrette means a smaller one, and they're used for clipping in girls' hair, right? A barrette. Okay? Oh, it's for chocolate too. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. So, that's right. A barrette is a small hair clip kind of a thing, right? All right. How about this one? This one's kind of cool too. Vinaigrette. What is a vinaigrette? Yeah, it means small vinegar, essentially, because they used to actually keep the vinegar in a small box. Okay? And a long time ago, they kept it in a small box, and vinaigrette means vinegar that was in the small box. Okay? One moment, everybody. Aigarette doesn't have an English meaning by itself, Carlos. Not by itself. And Mustafa, duet, you're right. That's the French spelling of it. We've actually changed it a little bit. In the English spelling now, we just spell it as D-U-E-T. But the original spelling was D-U-E-T-T-E. Okay? And yeah, so a duet is a piece of music with two people. Duo, dua, due, right? Meaning two, and in this case, two people singing. So it's a small piece of music with two people singing. Okay? Majorette, yeah, the major is the male form, and majorette is the female form. Right? And now here's a good one. This one is one that is very interesting. Etiquette. What is etiquette? I'll get to that one in a little bit, Alina. Alina? I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Wasim, I'm not answering your questions. I'm answering my questions. What is etiquette? What is etiquette? Alina, okay. Thank you. Yeah, it means good behavior. That's right. But do you know where this word comes from? It's related to the word ticket. Etiquette. 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 What is a ticket? What is a ticket? That's right. The rules of behavior in society is etiquette. So a ticket is a piece of paper, right, that they give you for something, right? If you buy a ticket for the fair or a ticket for the train, it's a small piece of paper, right? Etiquette, the word etiquette comes from a long time ago in the court of a king or a royal court. They used to have a little piece of paper and they wrote the rules of how you're supposed to behave on them. Okay? So the word etiquette is related to the word ticket because a ticket is a small piece of paper. And etiquette was a small piece of paper that you would hold and read the way that you're supposed to behave there. Okay? And Alaric, I'll teach the class, thank you. If you don't mind. So, etiquette means the rules of behavior, and it comes from the small pieces of paper that they used to have that would tell you how to behave. And the word ticket is a small piece of paper that they give you for something that you purchased, like a ticket for the fair or a ticket for the festival or a ticket for the train. Okay? How about this one? Roulette. Roulette. Means wheel. So roulette means a small wheel. So the game of roulette is a game where you spin a small wheel. Okay? That's what roulette is. Again, Alaric, I know that's why I'm teaching all of these ETTE words, because they all come from the French ETTE, meaning diminutive or feminine or smaller. Okay? I know. I'm aware. It's my class. That's why I'm teaching it. Okay? Russian roulette is a little bit different. That's another thing altogether that we won't talk about because that's too dark. All right? So, what about baguette? Baguette. Baguette is a bread, that's right, but it's actually it has an interesting etymology. Whoops. I keep opening the wrong app. So a baguette, a long time ago, it was a type of French architectural ornament. Okay? It meant a rod or a stick, a wand, a rod, or a stick. It's a long bar. That's right. So a baguette means a smaller bar of something, in this case, bread. Okay? I want to buy a baguette of, that's bread, okay? Because it looks like a long bar. Okay? Now here's one that's a little bit weird. This one is not ETTE anymore, but it does come from an ETTE root. Toilet. Toilet. What is a toilet? The toilet is the thing in the washroom, right. But the original meaning of toilet was different. So what does toil mean? What does toil mean? To toil. To toil has a meaning of to do something that's difficult, to toil over something, to do something that's difficult. So the original meaning of the word toilet actually means a bag for clothes. The original meaning means a bag for clothing. And then that actually became a tablecloth where you put all of your things on top of the table for preparing yourself, to toil over yourself. Okay? So the word toilet now means the thing we flush in the bathroom. But the original meaning of the word comes from a word that basically means the place where you went to toil over yourself, to make yourself look nice, to put on makeup and do your hair and make your clothes look nice. That's where the word toilet comes from. Okay? The original meaning, it means a cloth net. And it was because it was a kind of upper class dressing. Only the upper class people would take that much time to look that good. Okay? Can we also say wooden baguette? If you said that, people would probably know what you mean, but we don't say that. Yeah. It might be something that it might be used in a very small niche way in an industry, right? Like if you build wood fences, then maybe they might use that term, but it's not a commonly used term in that way. Okay? We say plank. We say plank, a plank of wood. Okay? All right, so toilet is kind of a funny one, right? Because now when we say toilet, we think of the thing that you flush in the restroom, right? But the original meaning means a bag for clothing, and that's because the rich people would go to this small room where they would toil over themselves to make themselves look nice by wearing expensive clothing and makeup and hair and all of those things, okay? Okay, and finally, my last ETTE word is omelette. Now, there are a couple different ways to spell this word now, but I'm going to give you the original French way. Only because it's easier to understand how it came out. Well, here's the English way, is O-M-E-L-E-T. Okay? Omelette. But where do we get that word? What is an omelet? Yeah, it's like a very flat, egg dish. It's an egg dish that's very flat. You usually roll them up, right? So, where does this word come from? It comes from it's related to the word alamete, which means a blade or knife or sword. And the reason why is because it's flat like a blade. Okay, it's like flat like a knife is flat. So an omelet is a flat kind of egg dish, and the word comes from a word that means like a sword, because it's flat like a sword. Okay? So those are the ETTE words. I have one more. This one's a little bit harder word. It's not that common anymore, but suffragette. Suffragette. An early feminist, that's right. So The word suffrage comes from the French word suffrage, meaning a plea or an intercession, right? A plea. So originally it comes from the Latin word meaning a vote. So suffragette, E-T-T-E, means the woman, a female, and suffragette meaning women who are trying to get the right to vote. Okay, so suffrage means a plea or a vote, the ability to say your views, right? So that's where the word suffragette comes from. Okay? Okay, let's move on. I have some more. All right, now I'm going to give you some other root endings, okay? Like, for example, how many different words do you know that end with F-U-L? F-U-L. Beautiful, full of beauty. Careful, full of care. Doubtful, full of doubt. Merciful, full of mercy. Armful, only what your arms can carry and be full of. Wonderful, full of wonder. Awful, full of awe. Bashful, meaning shy. Blissful, grateful, full of grateful. Yeah, to be grateful means full of thanks. Painful, full of pain. Siful, that's not an English word, I don't believe. Graceful, right, to be full of grace. So again, this is a great way to learn English words if you just choose a root. Choose a root and then learn all the words that are related and connected, right? Armful, cheerful, full of cheer. Colorful, full of color. Yeah, okay? How about bountiful? Bountiful, full of bounty. Faithful, full of faith. Deceitful, full of deceit. Harmful, full of harm. Okay? Disgraceful, full of disgrace. Teaspoonful, right. A teaspoon filled. Doubtful, full of doubt. Distasteful, full of distaste. Distressful, full of distress. Dreadful, full of dread. Eventful. An event means an action. So it's if this is very eventful, then it's full like an event. Okay, remorseful, right. All right. To be full of remorse. Fanciful, full of fancy. Plateful also, yeah, a plate that is full, armful, plateful, teaspoonful, tablespoonful, handful, right? Fistful, flavorful, full of flavor, meaningful, full of meaning, forceful, full of force, frightful, full of fright, Gainful, gainful employment, full of gain. Cupful, tearful, right, full of tears, right. Useful, these are very useful, they're full of use, right. Let's see, how about hateful, full of hate. Healthful, full of health. Hopeful, full of hope. Impactful, full of impact. Full is the key, that's right. To be filled with something. To be filled with something. So wonderful means to be full of wonder. Shameful means to be full of shame. Okay? Joyful, to be full of joy. Lawful, to be full of law. There are many, 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 many here. Mindful, masterful, lustful, mirthful. Mirth means like happiness. Full of love. Let's see. Not with an FUL meaning. Amorous would be full of love, but it doesn't have an FUL meaning. Warmful, peaceful, okay? Mouthful, mournful, neglectful, pitiful, prideful, purposeful, regretful, remorseful, resentful, respectful. Okay, look, there are so many. There are so many, right? All of these, that's right, the adjective plus full. Adjective plus full. So, but fairness, you can, it is that way, but that doesn't mean you can just add any adjective. It doesn't always work. So, put it this way. If you do that formula, just adding an adjective plus the letters FUL, people will know what you mean, right? So if I said loveful, that's not technically a word, but people will know what you mean, okay? And no, they're not all adjectives either. Handful means your hand is full. So it's either an adjective or it's a container. Cupful, plateful, bowlful, handful, pocketful, armful. Okay, so it could be a container or it could be an adjective. Okay. Mouthful, right. Fulfillment, yeah. So MENT is a different meaning, but yeah, to be fulfilled means to have a full feeling about something. It gives you a full feeling, a completeness about something. Okay? Rightful, revengeful, restful, respectful, scornful, shameful, sinful, skillful, sorrowful, stressful, successful, suspenseful, tactful, thoughtful, trustful. Okay? So, there are many, 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 many FUL words. Many of them. And that's a great way to learn vocabulary. It's a great way to learn vocabulary. Yeah, you guys are markful right now. Okay? Okay, let's move on. How about able? Since we're talking about full, how about words that end with able? Like the word able itself. Able, that you can do it. Understandable, able to be understood. Portable, port comes from the word to carry. So portable means something that is carryable. Okay, affordable means able to be afforded. Unforgettable means able to not be forgotten. Vegetable's a different one. It comes from a different word, but you're close. Capable, yeah. So capacity, capable, those are related. Comfortable, full of, or able to be comfort, or able to have comfort. Unbelievable, able to not be believed. Right? There are lots of able words. Adaptable, able to be adapted. Adjustable, able to be adjusted. Incredible. Now we're getting into IBLE. That's a little bit different, but there's a lot of those too. Yeah. Suitable, able to be suited for something. Accountable, able to be counted. Accomplishable, able to be accomplished. Answerable, able to be answered. It's not BLE, it's either ABLE or IBLE. Okay? Words that end with ABLE or IBLE means could be done. Okay? Agreeable, able to be agreed. Enjoyable, able to be enjoyed. Okay? Durable. Durus means hard. So something that's durable means it's able to be hard so it can last a long time. Adorable, able to be adored. Remarkable, able to be remarked upon. Fashionable, able to have fashion. Okay? Adoptable, able to be adopted. Okay? Applicable, able to be applied. Arguable, able to be argued. Potable, P-O-T, the word potare means to drink. So potable means able to be drank. Okay, amiable. Amiable comes from the Latin word amicus, meaning friend or loved one. So amiable means able to be a friend or loved one. Movable, able to be moved. Respectable, able to be respected. Drinkable, able to be drank. Okay? Reliable, able to be relied upon. Okay? Yeah. Again, this is another good way to learn English vocabulary because of all the different able words. Stable is a little bit different. Stable comes from the Latin word stabulum, meaning a stall. So a stable is where we keep the horses, right? So stable actually comes from a different word, meaning, let's see, it's a standing place. It comes from the word meaning a standing place. That's a stable for horses. Favorable, able to have favor. Favor means if somebody has your favor, it means they like you. So these are favorable conditions, means the conditions like you. Okay? Approachable, able to be approached. Okay? And yeah, again, Ferdes, there's 30% of English words come from French, and a lot of French comes from Latin. Able to be noticed, noticeable, right? Okay? So there are probably a couple hundred words at least. Let me see, what does my dictionary say about the able words? I have 295 words that have the root word able in them. Almost 300 words that have able in them. Rechargeable, able to be recharged. Miserable, misery, meaning extreme sadness or bad feelings. Able to have extreme sadness, miserable. Unreasonable, not able to be reasoned with. Emily, learning is supposed to be hard. It's learning is a fight. People who are really smart and who have studied a lot, we respect them because they fought a lot to get there. It's not easy to learn. It's easy to not learn. Okay? And Kara, do you need to learn Latin? No, but it helps if you know a little bit about these. That's why I teach this class. Because 60% of English words come from Latin or Greek. And lots of times the words are very interesting if you learn where they come from. Okay? So we just did a bunch of the able words, right? Now, how about let's try another one. What about words that end with handed? Nope, not comprehended. That's comprehended. H-E-N-D. That's different. Okay? So, what about barehanded? Barehanded. Without covering on the hands. Empty-handed. Empty-handed means your hands are empty. Even-handed. Even-handed. If I describe something as even-handed, it means you're doing something in a balanced, fair way. You don't have one hand stronger than the other. You're even-handed. Okay? And again, adil, that word is, you're spelling it wrong, and so it does not come from the same root. Comprehend is H-E-N-D, not hand, H-A-N-D. Okay? Even-handed, bloody-handed, red-handed, iron-handed, free-handed, heavy-handed, left-handed, right-handed. Short-handed means you don't have enough hands. We're short-handed at work today. Okay? Single-handed means one person did it with their hands. He single-handedly solved the problem. He did it himself. Okay? Red-handed is kind of an interesting one. To be red-handed means you got caught doing something bad. Because a long time ago, if you killed somebody, then maybe you had red hands because you had blood on your hands. So you were caught red-handed. How can you use these words in sentences? Well, very easily. Are you right-handed or left-handed? There's one. Okay? Red-handed means to be caught doing something. So I caught him red-handed means I caught him in the act of doing it. Free-handed means to do something without direction, freely. Okay? So there are a bunch of those handed words. Okay, and what about this? How about headed? Well, so I'm teaching a class. Pay attention. What about headed? How many headed words do you know? H-E-A-D-D, H-E-A-D-E-D. Bullheaded. Bullheaded. If you're bullheaded, you have a head like a bull. You're stubborn. Hard-headed. You have a hard head. It means, again, kind of stubborn. Bald-headed means your head is bald. Level-headed. Level-headed. Again, means like fair. Strong-headed means that you have a strong will. Empty-headed means you don't think. Light-headed means you're dizzy. Pig-headed means that you're stubborn like a pig. Okay? So there's a bunch of headed words. How about this? Hearted. Cold-hearted, to have a cold heart. Brave-hearted, to have a brave heart. Warm-hearted, to have a warm heart. Black-hearted, to have a black heart. Downhearted means to feel sad. Faint-hearted means to feel faint. Fatima, no, not herded, hearted. Heart, H-E-A-R-T. Okay? Half-hearted. Half-hearted. To do something with only half your heart, half your energy, half your passion. Okay? This is a half-hearted attempt. Means you didn't really try hard. You just gave half your energy, half your heart. Okay? Kind-hearted. To be very kind. To have a kind heart. Hard-hearted means that many bad things have happened to you in your time, so your heart is very hard, and it's hard for you to be nice to people if you're hard-hearted. Light-hearted means that you're very kind and easy to get along with and nice to people. You're light-hearted. Okay? Wholehearted, soft-hearted, lion-hearted. That's right. These are all adjectives, Mr. Humble. These are all adjectives. Okay? So we have a bunch of words that are handed, left-handed, right-handed, open-handed, back-handed. We have a bunch of words that are headed, hard-headed, bull-headed, light-headed. We have a bunch of words that are hearted, soft-hearted, black-hearted, cold-hearted. Okay? And we also have minded. Absent-minded. Hard-hearted means because of bad experiences, they're difficult to get to be open, right? They're difficult to become, they're difficult to be nice to people, okay? Thank you, Carlos, for joining me here. But don't forget, Carlos, you can go to my YouTube channel and there's no time limit. Okay? And Emily, if you follow my YouTube channel, this is all recorded on YouTube, so you can go watch it again and again and again after this is over. Okay? I'm on Hello Talk on one screen and YouTube on another screen. So this is all being recorded. Right here is my link. There's my YouTube right there. Okay? So we have absent-minded means to have no mind. You don't think. Broad-minded, to have a broad mind means to have an open mind. Open-minded, fair-minded, feeble-minded. Feeble meaning weak. Okay? Fair-minded, high-minded means kind of arrogant. Like-minded. Like-minded means you have similar thoughts. Narrow-minded means you have narrow views about things. Narrow views. Right-minded means to do things in the right way, what you think is right. To think in the right way. Simple-minded. Simple-minded means to think simply. Somebody who only thinks simply is simple-minded. Single-minded. Single-minded means to have only one view, one goal. You're single-minded. Spiritual-minded means that you think about spiritual things. Okay? And again, this formula, you could use this in a way to create new words and people would understand what you mean. Okay? So if I said cold-minded, that's not technically a real word, but people would know what you mean. If I said drum-minded, then you would know what that means too. I've got a mind for drumming. Success-minded, reform-minded. That's right. So you can add words to the ending minded and create new words that people will understand. Okay? Emily, today there is no conversation time in this class, okay? I do 3 live streams every week and 2 voice rooms every week. And sometimes my live streams are just classes where I'm teaching, like today. Okay? But other times I bring people up and I talk to them. Okay? All right. What about hood? What about words that end with hood? Hood means a state or condition of being. Okay? A state or condition of being. So adulthood, childhood, brotherhood, the state of being brothers, childhood, the state of being children, fatherhood, the state of being a father, neighborhood, the state of being with neighbors, likelihood means the state that something is likely to happen. Falsehood means a state of something being false. A state of, that's correct. So we have boyhood, girlhood, motherhood, fatherhood. Okay? Knighthood, the state of being a knight. Emily, you're not being foolish. You just need to understand that learning is a lifelong process, and feeling stupid is part of it sometimes. Feeling stupid is part of it sometimes. Robin Hood is actually slightly different. It doesn't come from the same root. That one, Robin Hood, is because they wore a hood over their heads to cover their identity. So that one's different. Manhood, the state of being a man. Livelihood means how you make your money, the state of being able to live. Okay? Well, hoodie comes from hood, which means a covering over your head. Parenthood, personhood, priesthood, the character of being a priest, in the state of being a priest. Statehood, the character of being a state or country. Okay? Womanhood, the state of being a woman. Okay? 你好，我觉得你是中国人，我是美国人。现在我教英文课，这是英文历史，听我好不好？All right, so we just did a bunch of those. Take care, Kara. Make sure you follow and come back and see me again, okay? And Arian Nasseri, I can explain that, but not today because I'm teaching my class right now, okay? 谢谢, Kara. Okay, let's do some more. I have more. Let's try words that end with W-A-R-D. W-A-R-D means the direction of something, the direction. So backward means in the direction of going back. Forward means in the direction of going frontward, right? Toward means the direction of going to. To where? Toward, there. Onward means to go on, in the direction of going on. Okay? You connect that together, Mavi. Inward, in the direction of inside. Afterward, in the direction of after something. Downward, in the direction of going down. Eastward, westward, northward, southward. Homeward, in the direction of going home. Okay? There's even one called windward. Windward means to go in the direction of the wind. It's a word that was used for boats. Look forward is two words. 需要分开. Windward, in the direction of the wind. Homeward, in the direction of your home. Okay, so word, meaning in the direction of. Forward, backward, right? Okay? How about ship? S-H-I-P. Oh, well, before I go on, since we talked about windward, wind means air, right? Moving air, right? So what is a window? Window. Window, the O part, the OW part, comes from the word meaning eye. So a window means a wind eye. It's an eye for the air to come in through, right? So window means a wind eye. That's what the original meaning is. Okay, so we were talking about ship. Now we're talking about ship. This is a word that means a quality, a condition, an act, a power, a skill, or an office or position. So there are many different ship words. For example, apprenticeship, the state of becoming an apprentice. Authorship, the function of being a writer. So it's a function, as an authorship. Bipartisanship, bi meaning two, partisan meaning parties, ship meaning to work together in this case. This is the function of working together, bipartisanship. Censorship, the function of censoring things. Friendship, the function of being friends. Scholarship, the function of studying things like a scholar. Okay, membership, the function of being a member of this group. Fellowship, fellow meaning friend. Again, the function of being a friend. Situationship, I don't think is a word. Championship, the position of being a champion. Citizenship, the position of being a citizen. Relationship, in the position of having a relation with someone. Companionship, the state of having a companion, the function of being companions. Courtship, what is courtship? What is courtship? Surrender? No, that's workshop, not workship. Ownership, the state of being an owner, the function of being an owner. Lordship, yes, but that's an old word we don't usually use anymore. Governorship, the function of being a governor. Leadership, the function of being a leader. Courtship means to court someone, right? The function of courting someone, to be a courtier. Craftsmanship. Craftsmanship. The function of being like a craftsman. Okay? Dealership. The state of or function of dealing, trading things. Okay? Worship. So this one is an interesting one. It comes from the word worthy. Worship comes from the word meaning to be worthy. So to worship someone means to give honor to them. They're worthy of your honor. Kinship, to have the function of being kin. Kin meaning family. Internship, the function of being an intern at a job. Okay? So again, look at how many ship words there are. We also have township, workmanship, sportsmanship, sponsorship, salesmanship, hardship, professorship, the state of office or professor, right? Penmanship, oh, that's a good one. Penmanship means your ability to write well. Okay, so the state or ability of writing, the manner of writing. Partnership. Partnership. The state or condition of being a partner. Ownership, the state of being an owner. Musicianship. Musicianship, the state of being skillful in music. Okay, membership, marksmanship, the state of being a marksman. Okay, there are many, many, many there, right? Many ship words. All right, let's do a few more. How about this one? Words that end in AGE. AGE words mean an act or a process or a condition. An act, a process, or a condition. So a beverage. Beverage. What is a beverage? A beverage. Beverage comes from the old French word well, I can't pronounce it. My French pronunciation sucks. I think it's boire, to drink, which comes from the Latin word bibere, meaning to imbibe, to drink. So, a drink of any kind is a beverage. Appendage. Appendage. Appendage means, to append means something that's attached to something. So appendage, these are your appendages, right? Your arms, your legs, those are your appendages, right? Breakage, blockage, brokerage, cartage, coverage, dosage. There are many, many, many more. I'm only reading the most common ones. Usage. I'm looking up a few of those words. Damage. Somebody mentioned the word damage. So this one's interesting. Damage is related to the word damn, meaning, oh, damn. Right? So damage, the original word damage, damage comes from the Latin word damnum, meaning loss or hurt or damage. So damage is the state of having loss or hurt. Leverage, the state of having a lever to use against something, right? Percentage, that's right. Good. Okay, so again, can you guys see, why am I teaching you this? Why am I teaching you this? What's the point of all these words? Anywhere? Anyone? Yeah, it's for vocabulary, but the point is that this is a system of learning words in a group. Yeah, you're learning all the words that have the same root in them. It's easier to remember. It's easier to learn a lot of words quickly. Think about how many words I've gone over today. I've gone over probably a couple hundred words already. right? So this is a pattern of learning words. That's exactly right. That's why etymology can be very useful to you, all right? Because if you just choose a root and then find all the words that are in that have that root, then you can learn very, very quickly. And look, Arian has a bunch of them there. Courage. Sausage, I think, might be different, but let me check. Sausage. No, it is related. Sausage actually comes from the word meaning salt. Because sausages were made with a lot of salt, right? That's how they cured them. They had a lot of salt in them. Yeah. Language, heritage, voyage, message, cottage, suffrage, baggage, coverage, outrage is different. Adage and wreckage. Yeah, good. Hira, the technique is this. 60% of English words come from Latin or Greek. 30% of English words come from French. If you start to learn the root words, the small root words that are in your words, like ETTE, meaning something smaller. There are many ETTE words in English. Or ABLE, able. There are many able words. Or FUL, meaning full of something. There are many full words. Okay? So this is a very useful way. What about ology? How many ologies do you know? Anesthesiology, arachnology, archaeology, audiology, bacteriology, climatology, cosmetology, criminology, cryptology, Egyptology, gemology, immunology, methodology, musicology, primatology, radiology, reflexology, symbology, right? Lots of ology words. Psychology, sociology, right? The science of something. That's right. So again, it's an easy way to learn all these words together. Just learn all the ologies. Geology, that's right. All of those, you can learn them together. How about ones with less? Ageless, aimless, answerless, armless, artless, backless, baseless, blameless, bloodless, boneless, bottomless, brainless, breathless, careless, ceaseless, cheerless, childless, classless, sick. Look how many there are. Harmless, painless, that's right. Comfortless, colorless, cordless, countless, defenseless, doubtless, effortless, expressionless, faceless, faithless, fatherless, faultless, fearless. Okay? So, if you want some help about this, the app that I'm using is called etumonline.com. They also have a website. There's a free app and there's also a website. Okay? That's the app I'm using for all of this. If you go into that app and you type in these words like -LESS or -FUL or -ABLE, it will give you all the words that have those roots. Okay? Flightless, fretless, friendless, fruitless, goalless, graceless, groundless, guiltless, hairless, reckless. Okay? Look how many words you can learn very quickly. Okay? This is a really, really, really good way to learn vocabulary very quickly. All right? I have many, many more written down here. There's ICAL. ICAL words. IZE. ISH. MENT. NESS. OUS. Okay? These are just some of the roots that you can look up. All right? That's right. Serious, tremendous, right. Okay? So if you want to increase your vocabulary very quickly, you need a system. You need a system to learn vocabulary in any language. All right? And I use 4 different systems. One system is reading books. Read. Reading is one of the best ways to learn new vocabulary. Okay? So you need to be reading. Okay? The second way is to use a thesaurus. A thesaurus is a wonderful tool for exploring your vocabulary. Get a thesaurus. Go to thesaurus.com. Okay? Thesaurus.com. The third way is by topic. You can learn vocabulary words by topic. So, for example, what about the topic of furniture? The topic of furniture. Give me some furniture words. So this is my third way of teaching vocabularies by topic. Chair, table, couch, cupboard, shelf, drawer, bed, stool, desk, cabinet, lamp, futon, armchair, recliner, coffee table, bookcase, ottoman, entertainment center, side table, love seat, chase lounge, fireplace, mantle, TV stand, dining table, dining chair, bar stool. This is another way of learning vocabulary is by topic. Yes, thesaurus.com is a free website, and it's a free app too. Okay, credenza, china cabinet, buffet, hutch, wine rack, bed frame, nightstand, chest, headboard. All right, so there's by topic. How about jobs? Let's talk about jobs. There's another topic. By jobs. Let's talk about jobs. Give me some jobs. Teacher. Right. Accountant, actor, actress, architect, artist, attorney, banker, bartender, barber, bookkeeper. Writer, waitress, waiter, videographer, veterinarian, undertaker. Miriam, send me that question in my private chat and maybe I'll be able to help you. Photographer, lawyer, radiographer, engineer, nurse, baker, cleaner. Right. Another good way to learn vocabulary by topic. By topic. Choose a topic and start writing a list of words that are under that topic. Okay? And my final way of teaching vocabulary is etymology. Okay? Etymology, the history of where words come from. And all of these root words. Okay? So, once again, my 4 methods for learning vocabulary. Read. 1. Read. Read. 2. Use a thesaurus. Explore the words you already know in a thesaurus. Type in the word happy and see what words are related to the word happy. Type in the word wonderful and see what words are related to wonderful. Okay? My 3rd way is by topic, like furniture, jobs, food, drinks, boats, whatever. And then my 4th way is by etymology. All right? If you study vocabulary in those 4 ways, you will learn a lot very quickly. They're very systematic ways of learning. Okay? Do you guys get it? You cannot learn vocabulary well if you don't have a system. These are 4 systems that work really well. All right? Let's see, what time is it here? I've been here for about 2 hours. Okay. Yeah. So, anyway, 4 systems. That's right. Those are great ways to learn vocabulary. And etymology, what we did today was mostly about the root words, right? Which there are so many root words that you can learn that you can do it quickly. But there are also many words that you're not learning because of the root. But if you find out where the word comes from, sometimes it's very interesting. The word arcane, yeah, it does come from Latin. Yeah, I think I remember that one. Arcane, it comes from, actually it comes from the Greek word before Latin. It comes from the Greek word archos, meaning a defense or a way of warding off something. So the arcane methods were magic. It was things that you believed would make the bad spirits go away. Okay? It comes from the Greek word archos. Can I write the 4 on the screen? Sure. And finally, okay, so first method is read, 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 read. Second method is to use a thesaurus, thesaurus.com. Third method is to learn words by related topic. Get a notebook and start writing down words that are related by topic. It's easy to search for, too. You can just do a search for furniture vocabulary words, jobs vocabulary words, food vocabulary words, and it will give you a list online of lots of these words. Okay? And finally, etymology means find out where the words come from. Find out where the words come from. Mr. Hake, step 2 is a thesaurus. Thesaurus. It's a book of synonyms or related words. You can go to thesaurus.com, and it's like a dictionary, but it's a dictionary of synonyms. Thesaurus, thesaurus. Thesaurus.com. Okay? Do you have to involve all of them or pick one? Norman, one of the things I teach, Norman, is that if you really want to learn quickly, you should learn in as many ways as possible. So you can just pick one, but you won't learn as quickly. Your brain is a complicated machine. It doesn't want to learn one way. Learning is not a process of efficiency. It's a process of quality. Okay? So the more methods you use, the faster you will learn and the better you will learn. If you only choose one, you'll learn, but you won't learn as fast as I will if I have 4. Okay? Learning is not a process of efficiency. Okay? It's a process of quality. Is it worth learning all the idioms of the English language? No, it's not, because not all of them are useful anymore. But you can go to a good website. Theidioms.com. Theidioms.com is a website that has, it's a dictionary of idioms online. And the website I recommend for etymology is etymonline.com, which they also have an app. That's the website, or the app I was using today is Etym Online. Okay? They're free. Okay? But the idioms.com is a website that has an alphabetical list of idioms. You can explore by topic or by alphabetical order. Okay? It's not worth learning all of them. It's not worth learning all of them, but you should learn some. Okay? And again, the word idiom is kind of funny because it's related to the word idiot. An idiom means a particular way that one person has expressed themselves, a peculiar way, a unique, interesting way. And the word idiot comes from the Greek word that meant somebody who didn't participate in government, politics. They weren't interested in politics. They were an idiot. And why are they related? They're related because in Greek life, everybody was interested in politics. If you weren't, it was considered kind of weird. It was an important part of being a citizen to be interested in politics. So to be an idiot was to be a unique person that did things in a different way. To have an idiom is to say things in a unique or different way. Okay? Thank you, John. Thank you, Mavi. So before I go, please go to my YouTube channel. You can find many, many videos on my YouTube channel to help you. You also can go to my website. Please go to my website. I spent a lot of time and money building my website. Please go and just sign up. Give me your email address so I can keep in contact with you. Okay? Because, you know, social media, guys, maybe you will quit Hello Talk and then I will lose contact with you and I can't tell you about what I'm doing anymore. But if you give me your email address, then I can send out an email to everybody, even if you lose this app. Even if you delete this app, I can still contact you. Okay? So please, thank you, Angela. Go to my website and sign up, please. Okay? And you're welcome, Norman. And yes, today was a lecture, everybody. Occasionally, I just do lectures where I want to teach a subject like this is a classroom. So you come and you listen and you pay attention and you learn. Okay, I am a real teacher. A real teacher sometimes has to have a topic and they have to choose that topic and teach that topic only, right? But if you've watched me before, then you know that there are many live streams that I do where I answer any question about anything. Okay, just not everyone. Okay, so today I didn't invite anybody on the stage to talk to them, but I will. On, what is today? Wednesday? So on Friday, I will invite some people on the stage. Okay? All right, everybody. I need to take a break. I'm tired and hungry. So thank you guys for watching and following. I hope you learned something today. Once again, there are 4 methods for learning vocabulary: reading, read books, read articles, read stories, read journals, read restaurant reviews, read anything you can. 2 is thesaurus. Get a thesaurus, go to thesaurus.com, use it. 3 is by topic, and 4 is by etymology. And Mavi, I didn't answer your question because today's topic is not pronunciation. Go to my YouTube channel. I have a bunch of live streams recorded on my YouTube channel about pronunciation. So go to my YouTube channel and search for the word pronunciation, and you'll find a bunch of videos about pronunciation there. Okay? And yeah, guys, sometimes you have to pay attention to what I'm teaching. All right? Sometimes I don't just answer random questions. Sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. Okay? And look, again, you know, I was up last night making notes for this class today. So, not everybody prepares for their streams, but I do. Okay? All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. I'll be back tomorrow for a voice room. Okay? My live streams are on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. My voice rooms are on Tuesday and Thursday. Okay? Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, live stream on camera. Tuesday and Thursday, voice room. Okay? Thank you, Norman. Thank you, Renata. Thank you, Moonlight. I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.